107.9.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to high school football in the 2019 season here on CD Country 107.9. All season long, we'll bring you Prairieland Conference action as well as 8-man football. And Dale, that's where we get to start tonight, a historic moment in North Fulton Wildcat history. We're going to watch some 8-man football tonight here on CD Country 107.9.
It's going to be interesting, isn't it?
So if you're just tuning in, 8-man football is what we've got on the slate. The River Ridge squad coming down to Cuba, Illinois to play the Wildcats. So the Wildcats left the Prairieland Conference this season to join the 8-man crew, and that means they are part of the I-8FA, which is a 16-team conglomeration across the state. So they're going to travel a bit this year. We're going to get you set for the season, this game right here, all that good stuff. This is your pregame show brought to you by Monocle's Pizza, home of the family pleaser. Dine in, carry out, or delivery. 647-1127. Monocle's, the perfect pregame stop. 135 North 5th in Canton. Okay, well, Dale, you've played and coached and watched 11-man football for a long, long time. What are your expectations for this 8-man game?
I don't think we're going to see a great significant difference in the game itself. It's just you're looking at a narrower field. I think the narrow field will eliminate some of that counting on that speedster on the corner kind of stuff. But as a defensive squad, you miss a tackle, you're done.
Yeah, right.
You don't have that extra 3 guys back there.
All season long, Dale and Dakota will be bringing Friday night action here in the Prairieland and in the 8-man football league to you at about 7 o'clock, 6:45 every Friday night. And we'll go into the postseason as well. This is a pregame show brought to you by Monocle's Pizza, home of the family pleaser. We'll get you some rule changes and all that good stuff. Dale talked about the difference in yardage. The length of the field is exactly the same. So you still have the 100 yards from goal line to goal line. The difference is across the field. It is only 40 yards across. And for those of you that have the tape measure, in a regular football game, it's 53.3 across, so you're losing about 13 yards in total measurement from side to side.
If you want to picture that in your mind, when you went to a football game last year, wherever they had put down numbers on the field is now going to be where the sideline is.
Yep, and so if you can really imagine that, I mean, that really squeezes the field a little bit. So it will change. Now, we've talked to people who've seen 8-man football from other states, and last year was the first time that 8-man football had a championship game, and they played that at Monmouth College, and they plan to do that again this year as well with a growing group of teams. Peoria Heights will join that rank as well, and there's talk about when they move to district, even more teams joining that as well. So some of these small schools, that's just where they are. They need to move to this 8-man rotation.
And it's going to get easier and easier. The more teams that jump in, the less travel time that we're going to have. So financially, it's going to make sense.
Well, and then you look at North Fulton. They're going to play their first 4 here at home, and then they play 1 on the road, then 1 back at home, and then the rest on the road. So they've got a very lopsided schedule as well. The Prairieland Conference we'll get to next week. We'll have the Lewistown Indians hit the road to Stark County. Stark County has Farmington in Farmington this evening. We'll get you score updates, all that good stuff throughout the evening as well. So we do call these our Prairieland Conference games of the week, but we're not actually in the Prairieland this evening. We're actually outside of IHSA football, which is interesting in itself. We've got it, the Illinois 8-Man Football Association. So North Fulton's first go at 8-man. We're just moments away. We're going to take a break in just a little bit when they bring out the colors for the national anthem. This is your pregame show brought to you by Monocle's Pizza. Another thing that you need to keep an eye on while you're listening to our game, you play with 2 less linemen, 1 less skill player, so you do not have to have as many men on the line. Only 5 required on the line of scrimmage to start an offensive play. All jersey numbers are eligible, so you could see a center going out for a pass.
Yeah, and then as you're looking at them right now when they're lining up, it's really odd to see 3 down linemen right in the middle of the field, and then you got your 2 wideouts. It looks like, hey, where'd everybody go?
You have no more than 4 players to one side of the kicker on a kickoff, and you must have 4 players on the front line of a kickoff return. Folks, that's it. Not a lot of significant changes in how you play the game, but how it develops on the field will probably look substantially different. And we've heard lots of stories of how they score a lot because, you know, if you get past that guy that misses the tackle, there's not three more guys back there to make the tackle.
We talk about the offensive numbers, but when you go to the side of the ball, where are your defensive positions going to be? You know, how many people will you have in the defensive backfield compared to what you had before?
This is your pregame show brought to you by Monocle's Pizza, home of the family pleaser. Dine in, carry out, or delivery, 647-1127. We thank all of our sponsors for joining us again for the 2019 season. It's going to be a world of fun. The Prairieland Conference is one team down. We have 6 in the blue division and 5 in the black division. We'll bring you games from all across those. We'll have some games with Lewistown, Havana, North Fulton, which is now outside the Prairieland, Farmington, Elmwood, Knoxville. So you'll see a whole slate throughout the 2019 season. We're going to sneak away real quick for a commercial break. We'll be back in 30 seconds on CD Country 107.9 WCDD.
Helping bring you this event, Spoon River Animal Clinic, located on North Main Street in Canton. Stereo Village, sound specialist, located on South 4th Avenue in Canton. AM 1560 WBYS, the voice of Fulton County. By Fulton County Housing Authority, Maple Manor, and Longview High Rises. By the Canton Area Chamber of Commerce. To learn more about becoming a member, call 647-2677. AC Wood Creations, located in Canton, Illinois. Napa Automotive Parts of Canton, North 1st Avenue in Canton. By Lands of God Daycare and Preschool, by Wesley United Methodist Church, located at 120 North Avenue A in Canton. By CD Country 107.9, your home in the country. And by M. Bixler Video Productions in Canton, Illinois.
Conference game of the week. We're in Cuba, Illinois for the North Fulton Wildcats, starting their 8-man football history here tonight against River Ridge. Dale and Dakota will bring you the game. We're going to take another timeout to enjoy the national anthem here in just a few seconds. We thank our sponsors and everybody that tuned in last year and again here in the 2019 season. This is your pregame show brought to you by Monocle's Pizza, home of the family pleaser. Dine in, carry out, or delivery, 647-1127. Monocle's, the perfect pregame stop. We'll be back in 2 minutes on CD Country 107.9 WCDD.
Hi, I'm Katie Allen, 2018 graduate at Canton High School and current student at Hanover College. SRC was a perfect fit for my education plan. It's close to home, and when I transfer after earning my associate's degree in 2 years, I will have absolutely zero student loan debt. Hanover College is taking me where I want to go. If you're looking into going to college, you should consider SRC too. Visit src.edu or call 1-800-DEGREES and ask to speak to an advisor.
What's smart? That's smart. Introducing That's Smart, a new brand that allows you to save money. From household items to pantry staples, you'll find a wide range of products throughout the store. It's the smart way to save. That's smart.
Be smart. Visit your Canton Hy-Vee today for the new That's Smart groceries. The smart way to...
Helping bring you this event, Spoon River Animal Clinic, located on North Main Street in Canton. Stereo Village, sound specialist, located on South 4th Avenue in Canton. AM 1560 WBYS, the voice of Fulton County. By Fulton County Housing Authority, Maple Manor, and Longview High Rises. by the Canton Area Chamber of Commerce. To learn more about becoming a member, call 647-2677. AC Wood Creations, located in Canton, Illinois. Napa Automotive Parts of Canton, North First Avenue in Canton. By Lands of God Daycare and Preschool, by Wesley United Methodist Church, located at 120 North Avenue A in Canton. By CD Country 107.9, your home in the country. And by M. Bixler Video Productions in Canton, Illinois.
Welcome back, everybody, to the 2019 high school football season. We are in Cuba, Illinois. The North Fulton Wildcats, the River Ridge Wildcats, start the 8-man football season. Once again, we'll keep an eye on Prairieland games throughout the evening. You have Stark County and Farmington. Big game for both of those. One, Stark County missing the playoffs for the first time in a long time, almost 2 decades. Can they get back into the winning ways? Can the Farmers protect their 3-year undefeated streak in the regular season to start? All kinds of different things. Mantino comes to Canton tonight, play the Little Giants in the Middle Illini Conference. You also have some tough games for teams like, trying to find that here, Elmwood getting started. You have Mercer County and Knoxville matching up in Knoxville this evening. So all kinds of good things across the Prairieland Conference. Dale and Dakota will take you the rest away. We thank Leon Groover, our sports director, getting us a nice schedule for the year. Justin back in the studio will keep us sounding nice and good and keep the show nice and tight. We appreciate his work back in the studio to make this happen. We appreciate all of our sponsors, our fans, our listeners, the players, everybody that can get this season going. And we're ready for the 2019 season. This is year number 11 for me in the booth for this station. So I appreciate all the opportunities that I've been given since that first night that I broadcast a game, Farmington and Macomb, over in Macomb. That was 11 years ago in October. So I'm glad to be back for another season. Glad to have you by my side, Dale. I think it should be fun. And it's fitting to start with a whole new ball of wax here with 8-man football.
A little bit different.
So we'll see right off the get-go the 2 rules for the kickoff. You can't have more than 4 players to one side of the kicker on a kickoff, and you must have 4 players on the front line of a kickoff return. Those are the only 2 variations of the kickoff, still kicking off from the same yardage and all that good jazz. So here we go. 2019 football is underway here in Cuba. River Ridge will kick off from right to left. Light starting to take effect here as the sun is just about to disappear behind the trees out to our west as we look across the field to the west. Luckily there's a little bit of cloud cover so it's not blaring in our eyes, but there's a break between the clouds and the trees at about 20 minutes. We might have that. Here we go.
Another significant thing to think about, 8-man football injuries can play a big role.
Oh yeah. Looking at the rosters and how short they are to begin with. The line drive kick bounces at the 45-yard line and will trickle out of bounds at around the 38-yard line. There's the penalty flag.
I don't know about you, but I thought the kick team was offside.
Penalty marker on the field.
First thing.
So the penalty will be assessed, and then the ball should be placed right where. So they place it 5 yards from where it went out of bounds, and it should be at the 42-yard line, and that's where we will start. The Wildcats of North Fulton will be in their black uniforms, red numbers trimmed in white black helmets, and you have the Wildcats of River Ridge in their white uniforms with blue numbers. So slow to the line here, and they've finally got it set, and then a flag from in the back, I believe. Delay a game penalty.
Ball was not snapped within 40 seconds of the whistle.
I don't know about you, but I didn't hear the whistle to begin with.
Yeah, they never really got it set.
We sent 7 people out there.
Oh.
That's what.
And then they sent out 7 just in memory of one of the Cole Miller. Seen a lot of his shirts out there with the number 5 on there as well. So took that delay game and then declined. So now we're set. First snap is loose and wrapped up in the backfield just like that. A huge loss for North Fulton. I believe the first one through is Caleb Rhodes that got to.
Martindale thrown for a loss. All the way back.
And that will be a 2nd and a country mile here. They need to get to the opposite 48-yard line for first down. And the ball set at about the 25. Out of the shotgun. Man comes in motion. Unloads up into the air, and that ball is almost intercepted. Only one North Fulton player there, and a bunch of River Ridge players incomplete. Will bring up third down.
He threw that under a lot of pressure. It was a good thing that North Fulton player came back, or that was just a clean pick.
The offense had to play a little bit of defense there.
Of course, when they went in motion, they left that whole side open there. It was a free shot.
So third down and about 28. Rolls this way, and ball is loose, and I believe that will be a fumble, and the ball goes out of bounds. So it'll be spotted at the 13. Ethan Martindale, junior, number 7, will be calling the snaps for North Fulton. Not a great start for North Fulton. I mean, they had a penalty that was declined to begin with, just a commemoration of Cole Miller, but then 3 in a row where they lost yardage.
So they're already having some trouble figuring out how to cover that last man on the defensive line. He's been in there every time.
High kick that bounces at around the 30-yard line, takes a friendly bounce for North Fulton and stop at the 35, and that's where River Ridge will take over. So another thing to consider for a team that's just now joining the 8-man, you play teams that have already played this version for an entire season, if not more, things that you'll have to consider as you move through this.
And I guess that's why they'll get some film, right?
Right. But then on the opposite side, you have the other teams when they're scouting North Fulton, they'll have very limited film to look at as to what their scheme is. First and 10 for River Ridge. And there'll be a legal procedure on River Ridge, so.
Well, that was hard to miss, wasn't it?
Yeah. Right side of the line collapsed pretty quickly.
Faces first down and 15 from the 40-yard line.
It's almost as if they were trying to go on a no sound snap.
So bring up first and 15 back to the 40-yard line, still in their opponent's territory with good field position to start. But both teams now have negative yardage. Out of the shotgun, one to each of his sides. He goes to the left side, powers through for about 10 yards, and that was Caleb Rhodes. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Nothing fancy, just, basically off tackle kind of thing, if you can call it that now.
Right.
I don't know what they're calling the down linemen. Are they guards or tackles?
Well, we can just start making stuff up here in the booth, right?
Last man.
So 2nd and 5 after the Rhodes 10-yard run to the left side. Same formation again, 2 wide, 1 on each side. This will go to the right side, opposite Rhodes, and he's going to take it inside the 20. That was Joseph Diaz. Give him about 13.
North Fulton had an opportunity to make a good stop, and he missed a tackle.
First and 10 for the River Ridge. The ball
First and 10 for River Ridge with 9:42 to go here in the first quarter. So a bit more success on that first set of downs for River Ridge. This time, Engel will be directly under center. Gives it to Rhodes. He powers through just left of center and picks up a few.
Rose on the carry.
So interesting to try to watch it. They ran that straight up the gut. I'm trying to figure out, okay, are we trying to double team or are we trying to, there wasn't a lead blocker. What kind of scheme they're running?
So right now you have Engel, Rhodes, and Diaz consists of the backfield. This time, only one in the backfield along with Engel. Rhodes goes wide to the left, just off the line. They're going to throw it. They throw it to Rhodes, and I believe it was incomplete. At his feet. First pass for River Ridge, no good. So 3rd and 6 coming up here. Need to get inside the 10 for a new set of downs. So we've seen kind of a variation in formation. 3 men on the line. We've seen 1 wide each side, then overloaded on the left side with 2. And now they go back to 2 in the backfield directly behind the QB. This time it's going to go to Diaz. He goes left side, gets inside the 5, and is finally brought down. But after he gets the first down, it'll be 1st and goal.
Now there's your old-fashioned first man through is blocking, and second man got the ball. Just followed right on his hip.
Still no score here in your first game of the 2019 season. North Fulton Wildcats, the River Ridge Wildcats, an 8-man football. It was negative 30 yardage for the North Fulton squad, and now positive yardage in roughly about 35 for River Ridge. And now they have 4 tries to punch it in. Sun's peeking out from those clouds here just above the treetops. Out of the shotgun, man to his right. He's going to keep it himself. Engel tries to get around the right side, and he dives in, and I believe it's a touchdown.
Touchdown for River Ridge.
And again, North Fulton had an opportunity, but they couldn't make a tackle.
So the first score of tonight's ball game, 4-yard run for Engel.
And we're seeing already now, tackling's going to be very important in this game.
So a 35-yard drive ends on an Engel 4-yard run. And they'll line up for 2. Out of the shotgun, this time Diaz to his left, and he's hitting the ball, knocked out, and the 2-point conversion is no good. 6-0 your score. River Ridge has the lead here in the first quarter. And with 8 minutes exactly left to go, the Wildcats at North Fulton trying to find their offensive magic. Back in 60 seconds on CD Country 107.9 WCDD.
Helping bring you this event, Spoonerver Animal Clinic, located on North Main Street in Canton. Stereo Village, sound specialist, located on South 4th Avenue in Canton. AM 1560 WBYS, the voice of Fulton County. By Fulton County Housing Authority, Maple Manor, and Longview High Rises. By the Canton Area Chamber of Commerce. To learn more about becoming a member, call 647-2677. AC Wood Creations, located in Canton, Illinois. Napa Automotive Parts of Canton, North 1st Avenue in Canton. By Lands of God Daycare and Preschool, by Wesley United Methodist Church, located at 120 North Avenue A in Canton. By CD Country 107.9, your home in the country. And by M. Bixler Video Productions in Canton, Illinois.
Welcome back, everybody, to Cuba. The sun just now peeking between the clouds. And if you hold up your thumb, you can block out between the cloud and the trees. But that's just about it. It's probably a 5-minute difference. The kickoff comes from the shade out into the sun, and then a good hit by Rhodes, and the ball will be downed at around the 33-yard line.
Go for it, Honorary.
So, one possession each yields in 6 points for River Ridge.
First and 10 for the Wildcats.
A difference of 2 directions. River Ridge moves down the field 35 yards into the end zone. North Fulton moves back 30 yards with a fumble, sack, and a bad run. Let's see if they can find their magic. Right now they are on the south side of the field, which is in the sun right now, and then at about the 45-yard line it's heavy shade. Martindale out shotgun, man to his right, 1 wide each side. Man will come in motion to the top side. Shuffles a little bit and then finally gets team tackled about 5 yards back, another 5-yard loss.
Go for it on the carry.
Having that 2 less linemen is going to make it real important about sustaining some blocks.
Play at 5, brings up a 2nd and 15.
Well, it's just finding that stride. Same formation, same motion. Ball is snapped, bobbled, and Martindale comes around and almost throws it away, almost intercepted, as he was almost intercepted by his counterpart,
Down and 15 for the Wildcats.
Brighton Engel, as he was diving out of bounds, but it's just a long, loud, incomplete pass.
He ran a long way just to get rid of the ball, too.
If you summarize all of his snaps when he's been in control of the ball, it's been about 10 yards back, 15 yards towards us here in the booth, and 2 almost interceptions on incomplete passes. That ball is bobbled in the backfield for a loss.
That didn't look like a bad snap either, did it?
It's a little bit of miscommunication. Neidig had the fall on it.
Brings up a 4th down.
Brings up 4th down.
4th down, about 22. From the 20-yard line.
Those were 2 good snaps.
So total yardage this evening, which is about -40 on 2 possessions for North Fulton. Punt, line drive, and is caught at around the 43-yard line in traffic. He's able to hold on to it, falls down at the 40, and that's where River Ridge will take over for their 2nd possession.
A pretty gutsy field, catching that ball where he was at.
Longview on the reset on the kick return. Brings it back about
6:36 to go here in the first quarter.
And for the River Ridge.
So now the shade's starting to creep across to about the 30-yard line. So really,
I'm not worried about our boys.
all that's left in the sun is about the 25 to the goal line. Engel comes set, under center. Gonna run this one right up the gut. Short gain of about 4. Other than the penalty for River Ridge, it's been positive yardage.
Gain on play of about 4, brings up a 2nd and 6. Or about the 36.
And they've played all their offensive possessions in their opponent's territory. Need to get to about 30-yard line for a new set of downs here. And there'll be a run to the right side. And Landwehr will pick up the first down. No, about 12-yard carry. So they've had 3 individuals and their quarterback with large gains, which is something we talked about, depth in your roster and the ability to have talent in the backfield.
Yeah.
Key.
Well, he's a pretty good sized running back too.
Nobody in the backfield with the QB out of the shotgun. Ingle's going to take it himself, and he's going to get the first down on about a 12-yard carry. Even with the snap that was well over his head that he had to wrangle in, he was able to make something out of it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was a planned run, wasn't it? I didn't know if I even attempted to look.
Not before he has enough for another first down.
So the ball will be spotted just far enough outside the 10-yard line where they could get a new set of downs at about the 1. Actually inside the 1, looks like. This time he's by himself. Man comes in motion towards us across his face. That's Rhodes. He waltzes in. 10-yard touchdown.
Touchdown carry. Makes the score 12-0.
Ingle with a touchdown. Rhodes with a touchdown. And it makes it 12-0, point after pending. See if they try for 2 again.
There's that first look at having nobody out there. That's, you know, one man, you got to beat one man to get around the corner.
Right. Diaz with 4 carries already for 33 yards. Rhodes with 24 on 3 carries, one of those being a touchdown. And our penalty here is
offsides against the River Ridge. 5-yard walk-off. Extra point attempt to come from.
So the offsides on the offense will add some yardage to their 2-point attempt. So if you're just tuning in, Ingle punched in a 4-yard run, made it 6-0, point after no good, and Rhodes a 10-yard run that they're trying to cap right here. Out of the shotgun, Ingle, 2 wide each side. He takes the snap, looks to his right, to the man that stays back. That's Rhodes. He's got it, spins away, still on his feet, and he's got the 2-point conversion.
2-point conversion.
Rhodes gets all 8 on that one.
14-0
with 4:48 left to go here in the first quarter. Back in 60 seconds on CD Country 107.9 WCDD.
Helping bring you this event, Spoon River Animal Clinic, located on North Main Street in Canton. Stereo Village, sound specialist, located on South 4th Avenue in Canton. AM 1560 WBYS, the voice of Fulton County. By Fulton County Housing Authority, Maple Manor, and Longview High Rises. By the Canton Area Chamber of Commerce. To learn more about becoming a member, call 647-2677. AC Wood Creations, located in Canton, Illinois. Napa Automotive Parts of Canton, North 1st Avenue in Canton. By Lands of God Daycare and Preschool, by Wesley United Methodist Church, located at 120 North Avenue A in Canton. By CD Country 107.9, your home in the country. And by M. Bixler Video Productions in Canton, Illinois.
Welcome back, everybody. CD Country 107.9, 8-man football. This is our Prairie Land Conference game of the week, even though not in the Prairie Land, but we'll bring you a couple of the 8-man games throughout the season. All your scoring drive recaps brought to you by Ray Rickenall and Walter Brown at Country Financial, 40 East Ash in Canton. Call Ray or Walter, 647-6180 today. Third opportunity for North Fulton. Similar field position that they've started with at about the 36-yard line.
North Fulton's going to have to step up and start controlling the line of scrimmage a little bit here.
Get you some scores here in just a little bit. Man in motion. We're going to throw it down the middle, and just a bit too much on it over the head of the intended receiver.
Nice pass intended for Yates is incomplete.
Good pass, would have had some good yardage.
It did, yeah.
Overthrew.
Looks like A-Town is up 6-0 over West Prairie Bushnell Prairie City in the first quarter. Second and 10 coming up here for North Fulton. Down 14-0. And flag comes in from the far side.
I'm going to guess the illegal procedure.
Defense offside, 5-yard walk-off.
I thought I saw offense move.
Down and 5.
So positive yardage here for North Fulton on a offside by River Ridge. Rushville Industry is up 8-0. We'll see them in week 3.
Positive yardage.
Right off the
got
fingertip.
a nice toss about 25 yards downfield and just off the fingertips. Incomplete.
Intended for Martindale.
Anawan Weathersfield's up 16-0 over Illini West. Illini West trying to follow up a very successful season last year. So 3rd and 5 coming up.
Well, North Fulton made an adjustment by putting more people in the middle on their offensive set, trying to accommodate for that extra man they were sending.
Keeps it, takes it about 3 yards. They'll bring up a 4th and short on Neidig's carry. Trying to get their first down conversion. And that'll be legal procedure. About 3 started to move before the ball was snapped. That'll make this first down conversion a bit more difficult. If you're just tuning in, this is your Prairie Land Conference Game of the Week. We are outside the Prairie Land. We're an 8-man football outside the IHSA even to kick off the 2019 season in fashion. So brings up 4th and about 7. And they will send a man in motion, and they're going to throw it to that man in motion on the top side and brought down after a 1-yard gain. That will be an incomplete conversion. That means turnover on downs.
Breaks the tackle there. He had first down.
Top short of the first down. So the River Ridge takes over 1st and 10 on the Wildcats. North Fulton Wildcats 41-yard line.
4:05 to go here in this first quarter. The big thing here, North Fulton can continue to add on to that where they got close to that first down and move them back into their own territory.
Yeah, so
kind
far
of shift this field.
So far, playing on half a field, aren't we?
Throwing it downfield. He had his man wide open, but he overthrew him by about 10 yards. Incomplete.
There's a play action pass. When you only got 2 guys back there to do any defending, you better not get sucked up. Huh?
North Fulton 42-yard line.
And that was not the fastest man on the field, I don't think, went down there.
Landwehr has been kind of a utility guy. He's gone out wide. He's been fullback. He's catching the punts. I think you're going to see a lot of that when you get to 8-man. You're going to you're playing it all.
He's a good, solid individual too.
Run right up the gut, and nobody even touched him. Takes it all the way to the end zone from the 42. That's Rhodes.
On a 41-yard touchdown run to River Ridge.
Well, that was definitely a good blocking scheme. Sure, they opened that up big time.
Makes it 20-0 here in the first quarter. Point after pending. Between Rhodes, Diaz, Engel, Landwehr, you have those four that have been successful in spreading out this 8-man defense and finding those spots. But also, Engel's been showing that he can throw the ball, too.
Yeah, he threw a pretty good ball. Just missed.
Two-point conversion is failed, as there was a fumble, it looked like, on the handoff attempt. 20-0, River Ridge on top of North Fulton with 3:50 to go here in the first quarter. Back in 60 seconds on CD Country 107.9 WCDD.
Helping bring you this event, Spoonerver Animal Clinic, located on North Main Street in Canton. Stereo Village, sound specialists located on South 4th Avenue in Canton. AM 1560 WBYS, the voice of Fulton County. By Fulton County Housing Authority, Maple Manor, and Longview High Rises. By the Canton Area Chamber of Commerce. To learn more about becoming a member, call 647-2677. AC Wood Creations, located in Canton, Illinois. Napa Automotive Parts of Canton, North 1st Avenue in Canton. By Lands of God Daycare and Preschool, by Wesley United Methodist Church, located at 120 North Avenue A in Canton. By CD Country 107.9, your home in the country. And by M. Bixler Video Productions in Canton, Illinois.
Welcome back, everybody. High school football game of the week here on CD Country 107.9 WCDD. Over on our AM station, you got Leon Bob. They've got the Canton game kicking off here in a couple minutes. You got your 8-man football game to start the circuit for the Central Illinois squads here on CD Country 107.9. Dale and Dakota alongside you for this ball game. River Ridge up 20-0. We're still in the first quarter. North Fulton's got some good field position after that kickoff at around the 40-yard line in their own territory.
North Fulton Wildcats.
They get a first down to be their first one of the evening, and also the first time that they've moved into River Ridge territory.
That was also their first opportunity to actually run back a kick, too.
You're also talking about when you have some skill players that can really light up the field, it's a bit more noticeable in the 8-man than it is the 11-man.
Definitely. They're going to stand out.
One up top, one towards us, ball in the near hash. Wrapped up right away. I believe it'll be a short loss of about a yard.
90 going to carry.
I don't know exactly how you would describe this, but there are 4 across the front for River Ridge.
Loss on
And so 2 of them are down and 2 of them are up. That outnumbers the offensive linemen. Another bad snap.
Bad snap, and Martindale trying to get around the edge, and he's wrapped up at about the 20. That'd be a loss of roughly 19. Well, and something to note, when a man from the top came in motion towards us and he's going to go across the QB, Engel, the QB on River Ridge, is playing cover out there. He barely moved. You let him go in motion and just kind of stayed to the outside. So now you've got a shorter field across. You're not as worried of them getting around the end. So it's interesting to note that.
And it maybe gives him an opportunity to fire, too.
3rd and long. Lots of time as he throws, but there is a flag in the backfield. Let's see what we've got there. It'll be a holding.
Probably declining.
On the field, preliminary signal is a holding call against the North Fulton.
All kinds of time for Neidig to throw that one, but he was still hit after the hold. And let's see what they've decided on the opposite side. They will decline. So then on the incomplete pass, they'll bring up 4th down and 30 from the 20. Need to get to midfield for a new set of downs. If you're just tuning in, North Fulton with no first down conversion yet. Just trying to find their rhythm. This is their first go-round here. It's always, I remember every time, every year, regardless of how many men are on the field, there's just a little bit of rust. For us in the booth, the officials, the players, the coaches, everybody.
Yeah, that first one's always different.
And a nice kick takes it all the way to the 50, almost the 48 on the opposite side. And then a quick run back to the 46, and that's where River Ridge will take over. I mean, yeah, you've seen several decades of first games. It's just one of those that you can simulate and simulate and simulate, but until you start hitting somebody from another team, it's just not the same.
That's right. And no matter how long you've been doing the same thing, offensively or defensively, you've got new personnel every year.
1st and 10, River Ridge. They got a 20-0 lead here in the first quarter. Just tuning in, 8-man football on CD Country 107.9. River Ridge, the Wildcats, North Fulton Wildcats. Run the left side, Rhodes steps over a couple, gets 15, first down.
So here you're looking at with North Fulton having 2 guys down on defense, and then they're
First and 10.
everybody else is 2 yards off the ball.
29-yard line.
They're hitting that pretty quick.
2:02 to go here in the first. Clock rolls. Well, then also this River Ridge squad and the variations that they've had multiple formations.
Right.
And they've been able to kind of keep the defense moving around. It's going to be a pass, goes to the far side, and right into the basket. Beautiful toss, and that's a touchdown. I believe that was in the hands of Albright, Caden Albright. 30-yard toss, beautiful throw.
And there was that play action where that defensive back, he got sucked up.
Albright
trying to play a run
for the touchdown. Makes the score River Ridge 26, North Fulton 0. The point after attempt coming up.
So Rhodes a 41-yard run, and Rhodes a 10-yard run, Engel a 4-yard run. Now Albright, 30-yard reception. And the 2-point conversion. Rhodes punches it in, 28-0. River Ridge on top. We're still in the first quarter. Back in 60 seconds on CD Country 107.9 WCDD.
Helping bring you this event, Spoonerver Animal Clinic, located on North Main Street in Canton. Stereo Village, sound specialist, located on South 4th Avenue in Canton. AM 1560 WBYS, the voice of Fulton County. By Fulton County Housing Authority, Maple Manor, and Longview High Rises. By the Canton Area Chamber of Commerce. To learn more about becoming a member, call 647-2677. AC Wood Creations, located in Canton, Illinois. Napa Automotive Parts of Canton, North 1st Avenue in Canton. By Lands of God Daycare and Preschool, by Wesley United Methodist Church, located at 120 North Avenue A in Canton. By CD Country 107.9, your home in the country. And by M. Bixler Video Productions in Canton, Illinois.
Welcome back, everybody. Kickoff by River Ridge. Jumped on at about the 40-yard line for North Fulton. That's where they will take over. Flag comes in late at the 45-yard line. Let's see what we've got here.
Gets hurt for covering the kickoff. No, it's 23, 27. Boyle on the recovery
Looks like
kickoff.
unsportsmanlike on North Fulton. So their decent field position will be marked back, and that's where they'll take over. So far for River Ridge here in the first quarter, they've got 28 points on 120 yards and 12 plays. So they're averaging 10 yards a play. Granted, you throw in a 30-yard reception and a 43-yard run by Rhodes. That kind of skews the numbers.
Sure does. Yeah. I mean, it's obviously right now River Ridge is dominating just about every aspect of the game.
So 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Need to get to 35 for a new set of downs. High snap, able to wrangle it. And right behind him, wraps him up, takes him down. That was Diaz, I believe, on the tackle, brings down Martindale. But positive yardage for the QB. Give him a 6-yard carry.
If he hadn't got caught from behind, he had a few more to go.
And 2nd and 4 coming up in the first quarter. 28-0 River Ridge. We have a minute to go in the first quarter of play. And in motion, jumps forward, and I believe will be right at the marker, but short. Bring up 3rd and really short.
I was looking down the field, and North Fulton had one guy that was downfield, didn't touch anybody. If he'd have blocked somebody, that might have been a big play.
Wrapped up in the backfield. And that will bring up 4th down.
Loss on the play of about 3. Brings up a 4th down.
What he just got, he just lost. We've already seen North Fulton send out a unit to go for it on 4th and short, but then had to send out the punt unit after a penalty. But after 1 quarter of play, it's 28-0 River Ridge on top of North Fulton, back in 60 seconds on CD Country 107.9 WCDD.
Helping bring you this event, Spoon River Animal Clinic, located on North Main Street in Canton. Stereo Village, sound specialist, located on South 4th Avenue in Canton. AM 1560 WBYS, the voice of Fulton County. By Fulton County Housing Authority, Maple Manor, and Longview High Rises. By the Canton Area Chamber of Commerce. To learn more about becoming a member, call 647-2677. AC Wood Creations, located in Canton, Illinois. Napa Automotive Parts of Canton, North 1st Avenue in Canton. By Lands of God Daycare and Preschool, by Wesley United Methodist Church, located at 120 North Avenue A in Canton. By CD Country 107.9, your home in the country. And by M. Bixler Video Productions in Canton, Illinois.
Second quarter here in week 1, 8-man football. North Fulton down 28-0 to River Ridge. Dale and Dakota bringing you Prairieland Conference games all season long, 6:45 every Friday night. Tune your dial to 107.9. Catch us on a streaming app. You have no excuse not to find us on a Friday night. 4th down, flip sides now. They are on the right side of your radio dial. North Fulton's going to throw it. Neidig's got his man downfield. And
Brought it down.
is
Oh, no.
intercepted by Rhodes. I don't know how he was able to grab that. And he's heading the other way. He's going to be pushed out of bounds at about the 25-yard line. How in the world he got, I have no idea.
I really thought that was going down in North Fulton.
Rhodes on the interception. Oh, Jace got hurt. That's why it's lined up.
And that will be 1st and 10 for River Ridge. Rhodes is quite the athlete.
Yes, he is. Although there were 2 white jerseys on top of him on that one.
It was a good toss. It was
It
right
was.
there. Good play by everybody involved. The 2 defenders, QB, good throw.
But I was looking at that when they snapped that ball. River Ridge has everybody within 3 yards of the ball, so I don't know how they ended up getting packed for coverage. Other than the fact that they are very quick.
So Engel will come to center with three linemen. Diaz, right-hand side. Good hit as he gets inside the 20 on about a 9-yard carry. All your score updates brought to you by White Oaks in Canton. Make White Oaks your pregame stop every Friday for $1.75 cheeseburgers and 75-cent fries. White Oaks, 46 White Court in Canton. Last time we checked, Mercer County and Knoxville all tied up at 6 in the second quarter. 2nd and short coming up after the Diaz run. Rhodes goes in motion across Engel, gives it to him, and he's going to waltz in. And touchdown from 16 yards out.
Touchdown score.
River Ridge is being able to spread out the defense quite well and just run at will.
.10:56 to go here in the second quarter. 34-0 your score. All your scoring drive recaps brought to you by Ray Rickenall, Walter Brown, Country Financial, 40 East Ash in Canton, 647-6180 today. That one only needed 3. You had the Rhodes interception, the Diaz 9-yard run, then punched in by Rhodes. That's really been the formula. Engel, Rhodes, Diaz, Landwehr. That's all we've needed to call. This one to Diaz. I believe he's going to try to punch that one in. He does. Got the 2-point conversion. With 10:56, 36-0 your score.
36-0.
North Fulton trying to find some offense here. It dominated on the line. Back in 60 seconds on CD Country 107.9 WCDD.
Helping bring you this event, Spoon River Animal Clinic, located on North Main Street in Canton. Stereo Village, sound specialist, located on South 4th Avenue in Canton. AM 1560 WBYS, the voice of Fulton County. By Fulton County Housing Authority, Maple Manor, and Longview High Rises. By the Canton Area Chamber of Commerce. To learn more about becoming a member, call 647-2677. AC Wood Creations, located in Canton, Illinois. Napa Automotive Parts of Canton, North 1st Avenue in Canton. By Lands of God Daycare and Preschool, by Wesley United Methodist Church, located at 120 North Avenue A in Canton. By CD Country 107.9, your home in the country. And by M. Bixler Video Productions in Canton, Illinois.
CD Country 107.9 WCDD. If you're just tuning in, River Ridge, big lead here in the second quarter. A short kick by River Ridge. Falling on at the 50-yard line, so good field position here for the North Fulton Wildcats.
Lane on
Score update, A-Town Tornadoes 20-6 over West Prairie, Bushnell
Wildcats
Prairie
outlaw
City.
1st and 10 on River Ridge's 49-yard line.
So the black and red here trying to find some positive yardage and find that end zone for the first time this season.
And it's real important they have to put together a little bit of a drive here, just to show they've got something.
Quick toss this way, was wrapped up about 2 yards behind
On a carry.
the line of scrimmage, but was able to make it a 2-yard gain.
Gain on play
Brings
of
up
1.
2nd and 8.
Well, that was a decent looking play to start with, but River Ridge came up on it pretty quick.
Same formation again, this time right in front of him. Man comes in motion. Neidig's going to keep it himself. He finds his way to the first down. Flag comes in, and I believe we're going to have a face mask on that one.
There's a positive note for North Fulton.
Yeah, absolutely.
On a carry. Gain on the play of about 14 yards, but there's a penalty marker on the field.
So quick conversation here between the officials. The initial signal from the official on this side was face mask. And that's exactly what it is.
First and foul, face mask against
That's him leaving at 6 a.m. Champagne bound. First win of the year. You going down to it?
15-yard walk-off. Puts the ball on about the 21-yard line.
Great field position here for North Fulton. First and 10 at the 20. Trying to get this crowd back into it. Gonna throw it, lots of time. Intercepted by Engel. And he finds a bit of a seam. Shakes off a tackle. He's at the 40, 35, 30. He's got one to beat. And he's gonna take it all the way in. Touchdown on a big 85-yard interception return. Engel touchdown.
Problem there is there was a man open. He just didn't throw it up over him.
But Engel's not a small guy. I mean, he's pretty tall. He was just there, jumped up, grabbed it, brought it down, and then made a couple of good moves on his way back.
Good athletic play.
42-0. Point after pending. .9:43 to go here in the second quarter. Looks like we'll have plenty of time to kind of set the table for the rest of the 2019 season, where we can talk about some of the big games that we might see. Run right up the gut. 2-point conversion is good. 44-0 is your score here in Cuba. The first game for North Fulton in the 8-man league. It's been a bit lopsided. Back in 60 seconds on CD Country 107.9 WCDD.
Helping bring you this event, Spoon River Animal Clinic, located on North Main Street in Canton. Stereo Village, sound specialist, located on South 4th Avenue in Canton. AM 1560 WBYS, the voice of Fulton County. By Fulton County Housing Authority, Maple Manor, and Longview High Rises. By the Canton Area Chamber of Commerce. To learn more about becoming a member, call 647-2677. AC Wood Creations, located in Canton, Illinois. Napa Automotive Parts of Canton, North 1st Avenue in Canton. By Lands of God Daycare and Preschool, by Wesley United Methodist Church, located at 120 North Avenue A in Canton. By CD Country 107.9, your home in the country. And by M. Bixler Video Productions in Canton, Illinois.
We'll always be sitting by you. Don't ask to play, I'll make sure they know it.
First and 10 coming up here for North Fulton. Man in motion, gets it, takes it to the 50 and into opponent territory. Kind of looking ahead in the season, you look at when you had Prairie Land teams leave, like you had North Fulton, and you had Lincoln Trail crossover games that had to get filled from different conferences and things like that, and everybody was able to figure it out. But you have like Elmwood Brimfield playing Rova this evening in the Lincoln Trail Conference. Still, a lot of the games that we saw last year being repeated in the 2019 season. Quick run there by North Fulton.
Go for it on the carry.
And we were talking about that Stark County Farmington game.
No gain on the play.
Waiting for updates from that. A-Town 20-12 over Bushnell West Prairie. Still 6-6 in that Mercer County Knoxville game. No updates from that yet.
Now, you wouldn't think it'd be that big of a difference, but you lose one team in a small conference like that, it really changes things.
Well, in the Prairie Land Conference, since they reformed, nice run there. It's going to be close to a first down for North Fulton. Depending on the spot, looks like they've got it. United gets 6, and that's going to be enough to move the chains. But ever since they reformatted, they've kind of done some shifting between the black and the blue divisions, because it's really a makeshift big school, small school division.
Right.
And that Prairie Land black has really been hurting for numbers. I mean, you had, what was that, Mid-County showed up for 1 year and then had to leave because of numbers. Beardstown was there for a little while, and then they had to leave because of numbers. But then now they're back again. And they're a powerhouse.
You sit there and wonder, okay, was that just because they had a higher enrollment coming up and so they had a lot more to choose from, or they just decide, okay, we got some athletes now?
But then with this reformatting to districts, not this coming year, but the year after that, where you're going to be told, this is what you have, you don't have a choice.
Helping bring you this event, Spoon River Animal Clinic, located on North Main Street in Canton. Stereo Village, sound specialist located on South 4th Avenue in Canton. AM 1560 WBYS, the voice of Fulton County. By Fulton County Housing Authority, Maple Manor, and Longview High Rises. By the Canton Area Chamber of Commerce. To learn more about becoming a member, call 647-2677. AC Wood Creations, located in Canton, Illinois. Napa Automotive Parts of Canton, North 1st Avenue in Canton. By Lands of God Daycare and Preschool, by Wesley United Methodist Church, located at 120 North Avenue A in Canton. By CD Country 107.9, your home in the country. And by M. Bixler Video Productions in Canton, Illinois.
Because they're trying to locate by enrollment and geography, which is a smart move. But also you might be losing some of those rivalry games. But you're only going to have 7 games in the district, and you'll still have 2 where you could, if you really want to play that rivalry game, you can, but it has to be in the first 2 weeks of the season.
Right.
I mean, that Elmwood Farmington game in week 1, granted, there's a good chance they're in the same district.
Right.
So they'll probably play each other, but if they, for some reason, shifted into like a 2A, 3A separation,
Yeah.
week 1, Farmington Elmwood doesn't have the same ring as it does in week 7 when they're going for the conference.
Both of them are 6-0 and playing for that no losses.
Throw it downfield. He's got a man. Just overthrows his intended receiver. He had another River Ridge player right there, incomplete. Bring up 4th down.
River Ridge doing a heck of a job covering the deep pass.
All your area score updates brought to you by White Oaks and Canton. Make White Oaks your pregame stop every Friday for $1.75 cheeseburgers and 75-cent fries. White Oaks, 46 White Court in Canton. 4th down coming up here for North Fulton in their opponent's territory. Hands it off to the man in motion, comes across his face towards us, and he is pushed out of bounds. And that will be a turnover on down.
I thought when he was going around that corner, he was going to get there, but someone stepped up and made the play.
He only had that extra 5 yards that they shaved off, right? We are in the second quarter. River Ridge up 44-0 with 6:52 to go. So barring a North Fulton score here, now that they just turned it over, I would assume that this River Ridge squad could get pretty conservative on their play calls.
Yeah, I don't see them throwing the ball a whole lot right now.
It's always interesting week one when we're trying to set the landscape for the 2019 season. You know, you try to pull from some storylines from last year, but you know, everyone moves on, graduation, all these different things, and really there's nothing to talk about week one. You don't, I mean, you're speculating what teams are going to do what. And then the Prairie Land Conference, which we're going to cover most of the year, I mean, you assume in the Prairie Land Blue you have 2 of the perennials up there with Knoxville, Elmwood, Brimfield, Farmington. Illini West is a team that I want to keep an eye on. I mean, they were dominant last year. We saw them several times. They were just powerful.
Yeah, when you got a dominant team and they lose those seniors, that makes a big difference for that next year.
And that's something they talked about with Stark County last year. You know, they just kind of struggled all season to move along. Lewistown, for 3 years in a row, have just been knocking at the door of breaking through and being successful. So we'll see if that finally they cross that threshold. Lots of movement there.
Only marker on the play.
I believe that should be on River Ridge jumping a bit early there.
I'm just trying to figure out why that flag came from the other side.
I've seen that a couple times, and I'm trying to think of this game, the 8-man game, from an official's point of view. Like the things, one, how are you watching for things? How are you lining up? It's just interesting to think about all these different things that you have to plan for when you remove those 6 players.
Well, I would think that this side line judge would be the one that saw that because it was on this side.
Run just right. A center that comes towards us, gets close to the 50-yard line. Gets back to the original line of scrimmage. So bring up second and a little more than 10. Stick around for our halftime show, brought to you by Just Tees and Hair and Nail Salon. 647-4711 to schedule your appointment with the hair and nail professionals at Just Tees and 3 Little Giants Plaza, 348 North Main in Canton. We'll get you some score updates in our halftime show, kind of recap what we've seen here in the first half, also get you some stat updates as well, as much as we can bring you in that halftime show.
It's a fumble.
Ball's loose and rolls out of bounds, so it will stay with River Ridge. It just slowly trickled this way downhill, and North Fulton had 2 players that almost were able to grab it.
There's that narrow field.
Right.
Took away 10 yards for it to get the ball.
So that will bring up 3rd down for River Ridge.
But there were 2 North Fulton players right there.
They were right there.
Could have picked it up.
The handoff goes to Rhodes. He goes to the left side, shakes a couple tackles, still on his feet. And he's going to cut back inside, misses that tackle as well, and finally brought down.
He's quick.
And evasive. 5 minutes to go, 44-0.
Rhodes on the carry.
Picks up 30 there. And he changes direction
Brought
quick,
down by
too.
Yes, he does.
First and 10.
It's not just that initial
15-yard
burst
line.
of speed, but I mean, how many tackles did he miss on that one? First and 10. Good tackle in the backfield, got good penetration to bring down running back who never really had a good start.
So there's a question you think of that River Ridge has been under center all night long, pretty much. And North Fulton's been shotgun all night long. Is there going to be an advantage with this short-handed lineman?
But also you have River Ridge has been alternating a good amount, but also what they've had in the backfield in terms of formations for their two running backs. North Fulton's been very limited as to what their setup is.
There's another fumble.
And I believe North Fulton fell on that one. There's silver lining to tonight's ball game, able to force a turnover and fall on it. North Fulton gets the fumble.
Now, since they're way back in their own territory, this might be the time when they break something free, huh?
Well, I guess you shift the field a little bit. A beautiful night for football. I mean, talk about late August weather. We were talking when we were walking in here, just typical to that real balmy, kind of hot weather, but it's almost that crisp fall weather. Not quite there yet, but
it was beautiful. Not sweating.
Yeah, right. Beautiful sunset out in front of us, out to the west. Quick run to the right, gets about 2, brings up 2nd and 8 with 3:34 to go here in the first half. You're just tuning in, it's all River Ridge, 44-0 here in the first half.
It's pretty tough for North Fulton to get any blocking schemes on them because they're putting everybody right up on the ball.
River Ridge is north of Quad Cities. Rockridge
And they're two, I guess you'd call them linebackers, are doing a heck of a job of reading and firing. Ooh.
Incomplete pass. Well, one thing to highlight about this offense for North Fulton, the passing game could easily be there.
Yeah.
Just shoring up those angles and hitting your mark.
I wasn't so sure that there wasn't a little interference there because I think he had a chance to catch that ball.
There's a bit of a hesitation for that official when he was making that signal.
Yeah. But I noticed that on that time when North Fulton sent that man in motion, then River Ridge's backer on the opposite side, and otherwise the side that he was going to, he fired a gap right away.
You're right. You're from Hanover. Yeah.
He's got his man. Oh, nice
it was
play.
there.
He threw it right where he needed to, and then Engel just comes out of nowhere.
Knocks the pass down.
And sticks his hand in front, knocks it down. Good athletic play to get in the way of that one.
Where did he come from?
Brings up a 4th down.
Bring up 4th down.
He came all the way up from 2 yards off the line of scrimmage to make that play.
Gonna go for it and wrapped up for a loss and a turnover on downs. So next week we have Lewistown at Stark County. We had that game 2 years ago, and for the first 3 quarters, nobody left the 40-yard lines.
Yeah.
They just kept playing back and forth between the 40s, and then the 4th quarter. I mean, I think that game, if I remember, it was like 6-0 going to the 4th quarter, and then the final was like 35. I mean, it was just crazy.
It exploded.
So this is the only team in the league in most states. There's 16. There's actually not a league, I don't think. There's 16 teams.
So 1st and 10, just outside the 10, will bring up River Ridge another opportunity here within 3 minutes to put another score on the board. And punches that one in. Touchdown with 2:36 to go. That'll make it a 50-0 ball game.
Diaz on a 12-yard touchdown.
And Diaz joins the party. Point after pending.
Okay.
Halftime show brought to you by Just Tees and Hair and Nail Salon, 647-4711. We'll get to that here shortly. And 2-point conversion is good.
On a 2-point conversion.
52-0. We'll take a break. 60 seconds. Back on CD Country 107.9 WCDD.
Helping bring you this event, Spoon River Animal Clinic, located on North Main Street in Canton. Stereo Village, sound specialist, located on South 4th Avenue in Canton. AM 1560 WBYS, the voice of Fulton County. By Fulton County Housing Authority, Maple Manor, and Longview High Rises. By the Canton Area Chamber of Commerce. To learn more about becoming a member, call 647-2677. AC Wood Creations, located in Canton, Illinois. Napa Automotive Parts of Canton, North 1st Avenue in Canton. By Lands of God Daycare and Preschool, by Wesley United Methodist Church, located at 120 North Avenue A in Canton. By CD Country 107.9, your home in the country. And by M. Bixler Video Productions in Canton, Illinois.
I sell real estate for Gorsings now. I can. Oh, okay.
Welcome back, everybody. CD Country 107.9 WCDD Game of the Week. Bringing you the 8-man game. First one for North Fulton. Not going how they drew it up. They're down 52-0 with 2:29 to go here in the second quarter. Score update looks like Rova is up 24-8 over Elmwood Brimfield. It's kind of a surprise score in the second quarter there. So, but I've been hearing some from that co-op for Rova. Pretty good.
They might be pretty strong, huh? I'm not really sure how strong Elmwood's going to be, though. They were down a little bit last year, and I heard the numbers are down.
I think that's going to become a perennial problem for these 4A and less squads.
But, you know, just a few years ago, they were putting 60 kids on the field.
27-12, A-Town is up over West Prairie. Fieldcrest up 34-7 over Reed Custer. Tremont's up 12-9 over Deer Creek Mackinac. Limestone's got a 7-0 lead over the Lincoln Rail Splitters. Richwood's 13-7 over Normal. Peoria 54-0 over Centennial. Peoria has sights on a very successful season this year.
Sure sounds like it.
Procedure call against the Wildcats, North Fulton Wildcats. 5-yard walk-off makes it 2nd and 17.
See if we got any other scores that are trickling in here. Rushville Industry 20-12 over United. Here's a big score. Anawan Weathersfield 38-6 over Illini West. That's in the second quarter. So it looks like AW is going to have quite the offensive firepower. Nice little toss outside here for North Fulton. Shut down, brings up third down. Dunlap 6-0 over Galesburg. That one's early in that one. Metamora up 14-0 over Champaign Central. Princeville up 13-0 over Lewistown. Last update we had in the first quarter. Gonna try to air this one out, but then tucks it away, takes it himself, and is brought down out of bounds. I'll bring up 4th and about 8.
Really struggling controlling that line of scrimmage.
Fourth down.
These guys are doing a great job. I mean, with 8 guys up to the ball, and then they're still getting back to cover pass. They're doing a good job.
Orion up 7-6 over Monmouth Roseville.
See you later. See you later. Take care, Dad. Bye.
Charleston 10-7 over Macomb. Macomb's an interesting football story over the last 10 years. When they moved from the Olympic, then they started playing local, bigger schools, and now they're kind of like the traveling team.
Yeah.
I mean, they're playing, seems like 3 hours every time.
Dale on the carry.
And River Ridge will have the ball and the turnover on downs here in the second quarter, up 52-0 with 40 seconds to go, so they could really
First and 10 on
just
the
run quick
49.
play and go into halftime with a hefty lead. During our halftime show, brought to you by Just Tees and Hair and Nail Salon, we'll talk about what we've seen here in 8-man football for our first broadcast, and kind of get you set for the second half, and really talk about what we're looking forward to in the 2019 season. Right now, looks like we've got Lewistown and Stark County next week, and then Rushville and Farmington in week 3. Our schedule is posted on our website, subject to change based on games that have playoff implications, rivalry games, shifts, and all kinds of different things. So we might change those as we move throughout the season, because what we do is we try to map it out based on what we predict to be games that are worthwhile. Not that all of them aren't worthwhile, but you know, we always pencil in week 7, Elmwood and Farmington. We've called that game for
Forever.
6 years in a row now. And they'll just go ahead and kneel there. And then that will take us to the end of the first half. So after 2 quarters of play for the first 8-man game for North Fulton, it's a 52-0 score. River Ridge on top of North Fulton. We're going to take time out. When we come back for our halftime show, we'll break down the first half, get you set for the second half, talk about scores all over the area, talk about 2019 season, and just get you ready to rock and roll here in 2019. Back in 2 minutes on CD Country 107.9 WCDD.
Helping bring you this event, Spoonerver Animal Clinic, located on North Main Street in Canton. Stereo Village, sound specialist, located on South 4th Avenue in Canton. AM 1560 WBYS, the voice of Fulton County. By Fulton County Housing Authority, Maple Manor, and Longview High Rises. By the Canton Area Chamber of Commerce. To learn more about becoming a member, call 647-2677. AC Wood Creations, located in Canton, Illinois. Napa Automotive Parts of Canton, North 1st Avenue in Canton. By Lands of God Daycare and Preschool, by Wesley United Methodist Church, located at 120 North Avenue A in Canton. By CD Country 107.9, your home in the country. And by M. Bixler Video Productions in Canton, Illinois.
CDD Game of the Week, bringing you Prairieland Conference games all season long, but wanted to start the 2019 season a different note with the 8-man football league. As a 16-team unit that continues to grow every year. North Fulton Wildcats joined it this year by bringing their first game in the history of their program in 8-man, and it's not off to the best of starts, down 52-0 to River Ridge. So what'd you see in that first half other than River Ridge really dominating every aspect of the game?
That's pretty much it. The River Ridges, they're good. So having a one-year experience at the 8-man might make a big difference. But right now, it's just there's better athletes all over the field, and they're representing that with some of the defensive plays they've made. And their offense, they got a couple of quick kids that just run the ball wherever they want. North Fulton's just, they're going to make some adjustments somewhere. But when you don't have tools, it's tough to come and fix the machine, isn't it?
For River Ridge, total yardage in that first half, 166 on 18 plays, 136 on the ground, 85 of that for Rhodes, Diaz with 23, 16 to Engel, and Landwehr with 12. So not bad, 12 runs and 136 yards. And then 30 yards in the air. And really only on 2 passes is where they pick up that extra yardage. So again, 18 plays, 166 yards. They also had some freedom with a couple of penalties that added up, and they just never had any bad field position to start.
Yeah, it doesn't matter how many yards they'd have if they had to start down to 10 or the 20.
And all military branches.
And we'll get you some score updates and all that here in just a little bit. But North Fulton, they have negative yardage.
Yeah.
And all their possessions, and they are only able to break into the opponent's side of the field once in that first half. 52-0 is your score. And this is your Prairie Land Conference Game of the Week, or this week, the CD Country 107.9 Game of the Week. Score update, Rova, 24-16 over Elmwood Brimfield. 24-16, and that's at half. So Elmwood Brimfield has to do some adjustments, down by 1 score in that ball game. Engel with the first score. Rhodes punched it in from 10 yards out. Rhodes, 41-yard run. Albright, a 30-yard reception, which was quite the strike. Rhodes started the drive with an interception. Rhodes, a 16-yard run, and Engel, an 85-yard interception return. So 2 interceptions on back-to-back drives. North Fulton with a fumble recovery, so that's one of their fine moments in that first half. And then Diaz punches in, makes it 52-0 on both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. This is your CD Country 107.9 Game of the Week. Next week we will be in Stark County for the Lewistown-Stark County game. This is your halftime show, brought to you by Just Teasin Hair and Nail Salon. All of our sponsors this week, we appreciate Monocle's Pizza for our pregame show, and Country Financial, Ray Rickenow and Walter Brown, 40 East Ash in Canton. Ray or Walter, 647-6180 today. White Oaks in Canton. Halftime show, Just Teasin Hair and Nail Salon. Game-changing player performance, will get you that. Brought to you by Advanced Rehab and Sports Medicine. And our post-game show is always brought to you by Graham Health System and all of our sponsors during our commercial breaks as well. This is halftime show. We'll get the running clock rolling in the second half, down by 52. North Fulton trying to find their first 8-man league score. If you're unfamiliar with the 8-man league, it's pretty simple. You have 8 men on each side of the ball instead of 11, and not much difference in terms of rules other than how many could be on the line and some kickoff changes and the width of the field. 16 teams this year. Last year you had, I believe it was Milford that won the championship at Monmouth College. I believe that's North Fulton's Week 2 opponent.
Okay.
So that might be
another tough one.
A tough billing.
Yeah, another tough one.
And then if you look at their schedule, other than their 5 home games, their 4 road games, they're road games. I mean, they are going to hit the road and drive for a while. Most of these teams are either in smaller districts in the suburbs, where you have like Metro East, you have River Ridge, Flanagan, which is a team, what was that, 4 years ago we called them an A-Town game.
Yeah.
They're in the postseason. So these things deteriorate quickly, and I'm not saying that the programs are poor, but just in terms of numbers, I mean, it could be a 2-year swing.
Yes, it could.
And we've talked to other people like Havana. That might be something that they enter. I mean, they just moved into the co-op a couple of years ago with Midwest Central. Maybe that's something that's on their radar. We've already confirmed Peoria Heights will move. So the Prairie Land will be down at least 2 moving into next year. So this last year before conferences go away for these smaller conferences like the Lincoln Trail and Prairie Land, might be interesting to find matchups.
There may be something that maybe in the future, are we going to eliminate some of the classes in the 11-man if every school that's under 250 enrollment is going to be an 8-man?
Well, I mean, like right now, you allow the 256 into the 8-class field. Well, if all these teams start leaving and you're less than 256, you're going to have to do something.
Right. I mean, if you get up around, 60, 80 teams, that's going to take a chunk out of somebody's class.
Yeah, so that's a conversation for the IHSA to have here in the future. When we come back from break, we're going to get as many scores for you as possible and then get you set for the second half. If you're just tuning in, it's 52-0 River Ridge on top of North Fulton in the first 8-man game in North Fulton's history. Back in 2 minutes on CD Country 107.9 WCDD.
Helping bring you this event, Spoon River Animal Clinic, located on North Main Street in Canton. Stereo Village, sound specialist, located on South 4th Avenue in Canton. AM 1560 WBYS, the voice of Fulton County. By Fulton County Housing Authority, Maple Manor, and Longview High Rises. By the Canton Area Chamber of Commerce. To learn more about becoming a member, call 647-2677. AC Wood Creations, located in Canton, Illinois. Napa Automotive Parts of Canton, North 1st Avenue in Canton. By Lands of God Daycare and Preschool, by Wesley United Methodist Church, located at 120 North Avenue A in Canton. By CD Country 107.9, your home in the country. And by M. Bixler Video Productions in Canton, Illinois.
Welcome back, everybody. Dale and Dakota Horn here in Cuba for the CD Country 107.9 game of the week. 8-man football getting off to a start here. If you look at the I8FA website, you look at the master schedule where they try to schedule it out where you get at least 4 home games. North Fulton with 5, so not as much traveling, but you have Flanagan, Milford, all kinds of different schools where they'll be heading quite a ways. Score updates from around the area. Most of the games have at least moved to half. Looks like Knoxville 14-6 over Mercer County. Farmington with a 21-0 lead over Stark County. Middle Illini game, Sycamore is up 17-0 over Washington. So Washington, one of those dominant programs from last year, has not even put a point on the board yet in 2019. Tremont 25-0 over Deer Creek Mackinac. Rova's up 24-16 over Elmwood Brimfield. That's at half. Here's a big score. Anawan Wethersfield 44-6 over Illini West. Illini West is a team that tore teams apart last year, but obviously they're going to struggle offensively, or Illini West is just a solid team this year, or Anawan Wethersfield. Rushville 20-18 over United. That's a team we'll see in a couple weeks against Farmington. So if you're trying to figure out what the landscape looks like in the Prairie Land Conference, Elmwood Brimfield, Farmington, Havana, Peoria Heights, Rushville Industry, and Bushnell West Prairie, the same conference as last year in the Prairie Land Blue Division. And you have Elmwood and Farmington probably the favorites in that. Peoria Heights is leaving the conference and leaving the IHSA 11-man squad to 8-man next year. And Rushville Industry has just been knocking on the door of success the last few years. Let's see if they can put it together, up by 2 points over United at half. Then you move over to the Prairieland Black, down to a 5-team squad. You have A-Town, South Fulton, Illini West, Knoxville, and Lewistown. And at first glance, it looked like Illini West and Knoxville would be the favorites there, but Lewistown's fielding a better squad than they did last year. A-Town put a few wins together at the end of last year, and South Fulton's been trying to find that magic as well. You look at 3-6 for A-Town last year, South Fulton at 2-7, a 10-1 Illini West squad. Going to start on the wrong foot. 6-4 Knoxville, and Knoxville was actually a really tough squad last year. They gave Farmington some trouble as well. Lewistown at 5-5. They were able to squeak into the postseason last year, and then went way up north and took a tough loss to Lena Winslow. So that's really kind of you're trying to find out who's who in week one, and you're already seeing that Illini West looks like they're not going to be the team from last year. Anawan Weathersfield's going to be tough to beat in the Lincoln Trail. And Elmwood Brimfield to start the season with a loss.
That's unusual.
Would change the landscape of how the Prairieland Blue shakes out. That would be a non-conference game, but still, when you get down to tiebreakers and things like that, it can really change the landscape of the postseason. And then Farmington up big over Stark County, who's not found the end zone yet. And then Knoxville trying to get their first win, and Mercer County, a perennial tough team to beat, no matter where you're playing them and when you're playing them. So those are the scores, as always, brought to you by our sponsor, White Oaks Canton. Make White Oaks your pregame stop every Friday for $1.75 cheeseburgers and 75-cent fries. White Oaks, 46 White Court in Canton. Halftime show brought to you by Just Teasin' Hair and Nail Salon, 647-4711. To schedule your appointment with the hair and nail professionals at Just Teasin', 3 Little Giants Plaza, 348 North Main in Canton. Okay, well, now we kind of shift back to this one real quickly. You got a 52-0 ball game, and you have all kinds of opportunities here to work on things and find what works. You had a River Ridge squad. Really, if you break it down into the 4 players that were effective in the backfield, when you can almost knock on the door at 200 yards, which, if you think about it, 52 points with 200 yards, that's pretty efficient, right there.
Yeah, it is. Well, obviously there were some big plays for all of them, but right now we're looking at North Fulton definitely is going to just try to work on, solidifying some things on that line of scrimmage and try to get their defense to be able to adjust. But I wanted to know what River Ridge is going to do. Are they going to start putting in some different players and save some players for the next game, or what they're going to do? I wouldn't think they're going to run it up, but will they take anybody out? So
here we go. We're ready for the second half kickoff here. The North Fulton Wildcats kick from left to right. We'll get underway. Thanks for tuning in for our first game of the season. First game ever for North Fulton in the 8-man league. Get you those score updates as we can. And like I said, next week we'll head on up north. Lincoln Trail, Prairieland crossover game, the Lewistown Indians and Stark County Rebels. Good kick.
Nice kick.
All the way back to the 15-yard line. Finds the seam at 30. Breaks it through to about the 40-yard line, 42-yard line, and that's where River Ridge will take over.
That's some good speed when he's back there and feels the ball. He just runs right past people.
Diaz, the stud back there, picks that one up.
First and 10 for the River Ridge at their own 42-yard line.
Another thing, when you look in the Prairieland Conference, some of the teams that we'll see this year in terms of the QB shifts, you'll see a lot of new quarterbacks and all that for a lot of the teams.
Well, plus you take a look at, those teams that have been down for so many years, eventually those teams, they play a lot of sophomores on the varsity squad, so those kids are going to have some experience. And so you're going to see some better play out of those teams that have been down for so many years.
It's a nice seam this way for Rhodes. Breaks another tackle, finally brought down from behind. Good tackle coming back up on the ball Dustin Lovett was one of the ones that came back off the line.
Brought down by Hansen.
See, North Fulton is struggling right now defensive-wise, just on tackling. You know, they're not doing a very good job of it. Although Rhodes is pretty tough to bring down. So.
First and 10 inside the North Fulton 40-yard line. Engel breaks one tackle and is finally brought down around the 33-yard line. Between Engel, Rhodes, Diaz, I mean, I think they play a few sports.
Yeah. And from what you're looking at, I think basketball is definitely one of them.
Engel on the carry, brought down by Neidig.
Neidig with the tackle.
Second and 5.
One thing to really point out, I mean, it probably goes without saying, this 8-man league where it kind of breathes life in the programs that would essentially die if they didn't play in the 11-man league, and allows these faithful fans to come out on a Friday night and enjoy football still here in Central Illinois.
Yeah, I don't know how enjoyable this one was for North Fulton fans, but still, they got to see players play, and North Fulton's going to make adjustments to the game. It is obviously a little bit different, so it's just a matter of learning what to do with that differences.
River Ridge.
Here in the third quarter with 9 to go. Clock rolling with a 52-0 score. It's our first running clock of the season. Didn't take long to get there.
No.
Running clock doesn't happen until the second half, but they were at the 40 mark halfway through the second quarter. Run by Engel, left side to the 10, brought down at around the 6-yard line.
Engel on the carry.
He missed one tackle up the line, kind of did a sidestep and then a shimmy, and then found another 15 and brought down. Good tackle by the Wildcats to get back to that one.
Obviously, you're looking at River Ridge having some pretty decent skill players.
Game-changing player performance brought to you by Advanced Rehab and Sports Medicine, 649-1572 for a free injury screen. They fix sports injuries. It's one of those things that we've seen some very athletic plays from Engel and Rhodes. One of the things that stood out for me was just an incomplete pass when Engel stuck his hand up and knocked that thing away.
What could have been a big play for North Fulton twice, and he makes plays.
Run right up the gut. Touchdown there for River Ridge.
Landwehr on the carry.
Landwehr gets in on the action.
Makes the score 58-0.
58-0. And they'll go for 2-point conversion here. Stick around for our post-game show, as always brought to you by Graham Health System. We appreciate them helping us out again for the 2019 season. So last time we checked, Lewistown was down to Princeville, and that was a game at Lewistown this evening. So the next week we'll have them at Stark County in Toulon. Both of those teams look like they are knocking at the door of an 0-1 start. So that could be a real crucial game for both of them. No one wants to start 0-2, but still wait for those finals to come in. After the score, we're going to take a break as well. River Ridge adds to their total back in 60 seconds on CD Country 107.9 WCDD.
Helping bring you this event, Spoonerver Animal Clinic, located on North Main Street in Canton. Stereo Village, sound specialist located on South 4th Avenue in Canton. AM 1560 WBYS, the voice of Fulton County. By Fulton County Housing Authority, Maple Manor, and Longview High Rises. By the Canton Area Chamber of Commerce. To learn more about becoming a member, call 647-2677. AC Wood Creations, located in Canton, Illinois. Napa Automotive Parts of Canton, North First Avenue in Canton. By Lands of God Daycare and Preschool, by Wesley United Methodist Church, located at 120 North Avenue A in Canton. By CD Country 107.9, your home in the country. And by M. Bixler Video Productions in Canton, Illinois.
Illini West. You look in week 5, they play Minunk Fieldcrest. Then you look at Knoxville. In week 7, they play El Paso Gridley. Lewistown, here's a good one for you. In week 4, they get Kincaid South Fork Co-op.
I have no idea where that's at.
So, between weeks 3 and 7, there was a rotation. They all had to fill a North Fulton slot.
Yeah.
And they all kind of found a variation of who they would end up playing, which is good to see that they were able to go, because it's happened in the past where you've only played 8 games,
right, yeah.
And that really kills you on playoff points.
Sure does.
So some of those games to look for, you'll see a different schedule for the Prairieland Black teams. But then if you flip back over to the Prairieland Blue, their schedules look pretty much the same, where you have 2 Lincoln Trail games to start, then they get into conference play, and then they finish with 2 crossover games in the Prairieland Black and Blue divisions. So like next week, Elmwood Brimfield, if they were to tack on a loss tonight against Rova, Mid-County Co-op, they get Mercer County on the road in week 2.
That's not going to be an easy one either.
And then they have Peoria Heights to start conference play in Havana, and then BWP, then Rushville, then Farmington.
Now, Peoria Heights, you said, is going to go to 8-man next year?
Yes.
So that's going to mean that they're probably not going to be real strong again this year?
I would assume that would be the logic behind
Right.
that. But you never know. I mean, maybe they could surprise. Maybe they have the talent and the
Just
short.
not the numbers, huh?
Right. And we haven't had any scores from their game. Peoria Heights this evening, they've got Cambridge. Last time I checked, I believe Cambridge was up, but we'll double check on that one. So then you're going to have the same problem in the last conference year next year. You're going to have at least 5 and 5 in each one. So then the Prairieland Blue will have to go out and find odd. But then what happens if maybe 2 leave the Lincoln Trail and 2 leave the Prairieland combined? Then you get into a whole different.
You might see some traveling in those teams then. North Fulton actually ended up with a first down here.
Score is 60-0 River Ridge over North Fulton with 4:16 to go here in the third. Kind of setting the table for the 2019 season in the Prairieland, because the next few weeks, that's all you're going to hear from us. Nice toss across the middle of the field, but incomplete by North Fulton.
It's kind of tough to get that pass down. You only sending 1 guy deep, and you got 3 guys defending him.
And then when you look at the Prairieland Black Division, when you only have the 5 teams in there, it could be easy for one of the teams to be very dominant.
It's going to be an interesting year. There was a nice play.
A nice little redirection in the backfield. He's got the first down. He's got a little bit of room at the 30, and he's brought down to the 25, and a huge gain for North Fulton. Gets the first down and more. Moves the chains, gets the crowd into it, and there's some life in the North Fulton Wildcat squad.
Good execution, some blocking up front, and pretty good move.
About 30 yards, 1st and 10 for the Wildcats of North Fulton.
Man comes in motion towards the top. Shotgun, takes it himself. Nice little stiff arm, comes towards us and picks up a few. And it'll bring up 2nd down. A little life in this offense.
Knighting on the carry.
We did talk about this a little bit earlier with North Fulton only having 2 seniors. That does make a bit of difference, even at this
Getting
level.
on the play of about 5.
Man in motion gets it. He's got a seam. He's going to find his way into the end zone. Touchdown for North Fulton.
On the carry.
Gilpin's the first one to strike for North Fulton. They found it. (60-6). A little bit of fire in the fans down here.
And it's always nice to see small school kicking the extra point.
Snap was good, just kind of scored it through his hands and then picked up by the kicker. And he got it. Got the 2-point conversion on the failed snap.
That was planned, right?
Yeah, we'll just mark that down as the way that it was drawn up. So just like that, it's 60-8, and the first points in the North Fulton Wildcats 8-man history come on a quick little run by Gilpin and a 2-point conversion that was a failed kick. That's the way you write it up. Back in 60 seconds on CD Country, 107.9 WCDD.
Helping bring you this event, Spoon River Animal Clinic, located on North Main Street in Canton. Stereo Village, sound specialist, located on South 4th Avenue in Canton. AM 1560 WBYS, the voice of Fulton County. By Fulton County Housing Authority, Maple Manor, and Longview High Rises. By the Canton Area Chamber of Commerce. To learn more about becoming a member, call 647-2677. AC Wood Creations, located in Canton, Illinois. Napa Automotive Parts of Canton, North 1st Avenue in Canton. By Lands of God Daycare and Preschool, by Wesley United Methodist Church, located at 120 North Avenue A in Canton. By CD Country 107.9, your home in the country. And by M. Bixler Video Productions in Canton, Illinois.
Back, everybody. CD Country 107.9, game of the week. 8-man football. It's 60-8. River Ridge over North Fulton. North Fulton on the board. Here in the third quarter, about 2 minutes to go. Kickoff. Decent distance. Past the 35 and then brought back inside the 40. And that's where River Ridge will take over. We thank all of our listeners tonight, our sponsors, for getting us started on the right note in 2019. Justin back in the studio, Dale and Dakota alongside you. Everybody make this work. Mark Bixler joining us as well for our first broadcast of the 2019 season. 1st and 10 for River Ridge. And one thing that you asked a question about the opponent in week 3 for A-Town Martinsville, you know what their enrollment is?
No.
112.
112. That brings back memories.
So
I was coaching at Pleasant Hill, had 104 kids in the high school and 24 kids on the football team.
there you go. See? Numbers, you can make a team out of anything, right?
Yep.
We're going to take a quick timeout. There's timeout on the field. It'll be a brief 30-second timeout. Back in 30 seconds on CD Country 107.9 WCDD.
Helping bring you this event, Spoon River Animal Clinic, located on North Main Street in Canton. Stereo Village, sound specialist located on South 4th Avenue in Canton. AM 1560 WBYS, the voice of Fulton County. By Fulton County Housing Authority, Maple Manor, and Longview High Rises. By the Canton Area Chamber of Commerce. To learn more about becoming a member, call 647-2677. AC Wood Creations, located in Canton, Illinois. Napa Automotive Parts of Canton, North 1st Avenue in Canton. By Lands of God Daycare and Preschool. By Wesley United Methodist Church, located at 120 North Avenue A in Canton. By CD Country 107.9, your home in the country. And by M. Bixler Video Productions in Canton, Illinois.
Welcome back, everybody, here at Cuba. Game of the week. River Ridge and North Fulton. River Ridge comes to the line. Two in the backfield. Quick little pitch goes to the right side. We're playing Where's That Town? Right
Did you
now.
find it yet?
Well, that's what I'm looking at. So Martinsville
Run down by Boyle.
is
Came down to play up 2.
just off of I-70. It's close to the Indiana border, south of Paris.
Okay, way down there.
So southeast of Charleston by about 30 miles.
I don't remember ever hearing of it when I was down there, but
So that would be an away game week 3 for A-Town. So
it's a 3-hour trip.
that is quite the haul. So that's something you're going to be seeing. Your typical. I mean, we've had a very cookie-cutter Prairie Land schedule for the last 6 years. Between the Prairie Land crossover and the Lincoln Trail, it's been very systematic as to who you play. It's good to breathe some new life into who you see and how you play. I mean, Farmington, a fumble goes right back in the hand of River Ridge. Can't draw that one up any better. Popped right out of his hand into his own teammate's hand.
He got popped pretty good, didn't he?
Good hit by North Fulton. But you look at Farmington, their ill has been you play the same teams for 9 games and then you play Greenville like last year in the postseason and just can't make it work.
Yeah.
2013.
Don't see anything that you know.
The quarters end.
And after the end of
River Ridge on top of North Fulton.
3 quarters, it's 60-8. We got one more to go. Back in 60 seconds on CD Country 107.9 WCDD.
Helping bring you this event, Spoon River Animal Clinic, located on North Main Street in Canton. Stereo Village, sound specialist located on South 4th Avenue in Canton. AM 1560 WBYS, the voice of Fulton County. By Fulton County Housing Authority, Maple Manor, and Longview High Rises. By the Canton Area Chamber of Commerce. To learn more about becoming a member, call 647-2677. AC Wood Creations, located in Canton, Illinois. Napa Automotive Parts of Canton, North 1st Avenue in Canton. By Lands of God Daycare and Preschool. By Wesley United Methodist Church, located at 120 North Avenue A in Canton. By CD Country 107.9, your home in the country. and by M. Bixler Video Productions in Canton, Illinois.
Welcome back, everybody. Prairieland Conference Game of the Week. This week, 8-man Game of the Week. Down to around the 40.
Fun is down at about the 40-yard line of North Fulton.
So we had
First
Martinsville was the A-Town opponent, and then we had another one we're playing that Where's That Team game. Lewistown in week 4 as Kincaid South Fork, which is just northwest of Taylorville.
Okay, over there by Decatur.
Right between Springfield, Taylorville. So if you were to go south to about Vernon and then go east towards Taylorville, just to the directly southeast of Springfield. So there you go.
North Fulton breaks off another good run.
So a couple things we've learned tonight, and that'll be something for the Prairieland Black followers, is El Paso, Minunk, Leroy, Kincaid, South Fork, and Martinsville will all be kind of a new scenery to see throughout the middle portion of the season. Nice run left side for North Fulton, wrapped up, taken down at the 20-yard line. 2 big runs for the Wildcats.
Nice cutback, too.
And maybe this ability to start finding things against the defense for River Ridge is really finding who you are as an 8-man offense.
Another Wildcat first down.
1st and 10 for North Fulton. Here in the 4th quarter, down 60-8. Stick around for our post-game shows, always brought to you by Graham Health System.
Close to a delay of game there. Looks like they had a little confusion.
And bring up 2nd down on the quick run there. With 9:30 to go here in the ball game.
Gilpin on carry.
Take a quick look, go to our scoreboard and see what we can find.
Shonar.
Out the shotgun, looks to his left. He's going to throw it down the middle of the field. He's got his man right there. Threw it right where he needed to. Backpedaling, touchdown.
Yates on the reception.
Nobody there for defense.
Just like playing catch, right?
That's 14. Right. Unfortunately, those are the times when you drop it, right?
And Yates gets the completion, the touchdown.
Well, North Fulton's setting up and showing that they've got some good things to go on here.
Well, we talked about it multiple times. I mean, the passing game is evident. I mean, they can throw it downfield. So, and the kick is up, man. It is good. So back-to-back scores here for North Fulton. And they
North Fulton 15.
Cut the lead to 60-15 with 9 minutes to go. Back in 60 seconds on CD Country 107.9 WCDD.
Helping bring you this event, Spoon River Animal Clinic, located on North Main Street in Canton. Stereo Village, sound specialist, located on South 4th Avenue in Canton. AM 1560 WBYS, the voice of Fulton County. By Fulton County Housing Authority, Maple Manor, and Longview High Rises. By the Canton Area Chamber of Commerce. To learn more about becoming a member, call 647-2677. AC Wood Creations, located in Canton, Illinois. Napa Automotive Parts of Canton, North First Avenue in Canton. By Lands of God Daycare and Preschool, by Wesley United Methodist Church, located at 120 North Avenue A in Canton. By CD Country 107.9, your home in the country. And by M. Bixler Video Productions in Canton, Illinois.
Welcome back, everybody, here in Cuba. North Fulton finding the offensive stride. They've scored 15 points in the last 3 minutes of regulation and makes it 60-15. Nice.
Good leg.
Bounces inside the 10. Misses the tackle, still on his feet. He's got a couple to beat, and nice tackle.
That was a good move. He spin off the guy who's blocking.
Yeah.
Shoulder pad on the thigh.
He had two moves, really. He had to get off of the player and then find his way off the ground to take down Rhodes because he's lightning fast, and he made the split-second decision. And it was right. Took him down.
Really good.
Some score updates. Looks like the Rova Elmwood Brimfield game is a tight one, 24-22. Rova is still up. So Elmwood Brimfield down by 2. Orion up 20-18 over Monmouth Roseville. We had a huge score. Peoria is up 70-7 over Centennial. So it could always be worse. High snap, wrangled in. A little bit of traffic in the backfield. And brought down a short gain. Anawan Weathersfield 52-6 over Illini West, and that's late in the fourth quarter. So Illini West, after a remarkable regular season last year, will be finding a way to get their first win next year, or next week. Sycamore 24-0 over Washington. That's in the third quarter. Kind of shocking to see Washington has not scored yet in the season. Fieldcrest up 40-7 over Reed Custer. A-Town up 41-12 over BWP. Snap. Kind of hung up.
Fry covers the.
He just went right over the head.
Right over.
The quarterback.
Brings up a
7 minutes to go, 60-15.
It looks like North Fulton's start, didn't it?
third down,
Yeah,
about
and that's
17.
kind of what's happened here in this quarter.
Yes.
Slammed on the brakes. Now, the men in the backfield are not the
Not the same.
3 that we've been calling all night.
Now, see, Englewood been called off the catches.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ingle a bit, has a few more inches on the QB that's in right now. McComb's up 19-10 over Charleston. Nice job by North Fulton to get right to the line, follow that ball, and shut it down. Here's an interesting score. Havana is up 42-0 over South Fulton.
Wow.
So then you try to interpret that score.
No gain on the play, brings up a fourth down.
Which one is, or is it a combination of the two?
I'm going to say that's a combination. It surprised me that South Fulton would be that weak right now. Maybe it's just a lot of mistakes. I don't know. But I thought they would still be building up a little bit.
So that Havana Midwest Central Co-op, nice little roll there on the punt for River Ridge. Decent field position coming up for North Fulton. So that'll be interesting moving into week 2. Is this Havana running clock on South Fulton? Are they the real deal offensively? And South Fulton just need a little bit of work, so keep an eye on that.
You know, we saw some light there in the Havana squad last year in the last game that we did. So obviously they've got some tool.
Yeah, we saw them twice last year, and you look at what we saw them at the beginning of the year versus the end, it was almost 2 different teams. So maybe they've built upon that. Metamora is up 29-3 over Champaign Central.
I'm going to guess that they had some returning players, which makes the big difference there.
Canton's up 34-18 over Manteno. That's at the half. No update on the Farmington-Stark County game. Same score that we reported at halftime. Quick snap, run right up the gut. Short game, 4:45 to go.
North Fulton's showing a little bit of confusion on that one. I don't know
Yeah.
what's going on, but
Camp. No gain on a play. Yeah, see, West Central, who we should be playing this week, but we're playing 11 man. Couldn't even find somebody to schedule.
Cambridge is up 20-6 over Peoria Heights.
Yeah.
Airing it out down the middle of the field, and he's
up for
got,
grabs.
and I believe that's
North Fulton brought her down.
Martindale on the reception.
What a snag. I think that one just kind of bobbled around and landed in his lap, but he'll take it.
That was a big play. And he's the smallest one on the field.
Yeah, I thought that big kid had it.
You just never know, right?
I think it trickled down through somebody's arms.
I think because you had two River Ridge players right there, but North Fulton ends up with it. Another toss to the middle.
Oh, there's a little interference. That's obvious.
That was an easy one to call. He got all kinds of wrapped up as he was turning around, so that'll be a flag right at the goal line. So that pass interference on the defense will be marked off, and it'll give another opportunity.
From the line of scrimmage.
Dunlap 7-7 with Galesburg, and that's at the half. Those are some of the score updates around. So it looks like this Prairie Land Conference might be a whole kind of different landscape. You got Havana putting up big numbers. Elmwood Brimfield struggling to get points. Peoria Heights sticking with Cambridge. Farmington shutting out Stark County to start.
Nobody there.
Another good toss. Wide open receiver. Touchdown for North Fulton.
North Fulton is going through some good execution on offense now.
Yates on a reception.
60-21.
From 90. That makes the score.
You got 21 unanswered points. You take that. It's been nice to have that a little earlier in the ball game.
Yes, it would have.
But then when you try to break down a game and the whole scheme of things, when you're like, okay, trying to move on to next week and what can you build on, this is a lot. I mean, you can easily see you're finding your routes, you're hitting your marks, you're getting some seams open.
Yeah. Big difference right now for North Fulton is that they're not getting pressured like they were the first half. So they're able to make the plays. But either way, you know, that positive makes a big difference to the players.
With 2:44 to go in the ball game, 60-22 your score. River Ridge on top with North Fulton showing some life. Back in 60 seconds on CD Country, 107.9 WCDD.
Helping bring you this event, Spoonerver Animal Clinic, located on North Main Street in Canton. Stereo Village, sound specialist, located on South 4th Avenue in Canton. AM 1560 WBYS, the voice of Fulton County. By Fulton County Housing Authority, Maple Manor, and Longview High Rises. By the Canton Area Chamber of Commerce. To learn more about becoming a member, call 647-2677. AC Wood Creations, located in Canton, Illinois. Napa Automotive Parts of Canton, North 1st Avenue in Canton. By Lands of God Daycare and Preschool, by Wesley United Methodist Church, located at 120 North Avenue A in Canton. By CD Country 107.9, your home in the country. And by M. Bixler Video Productions in Canton, Illinois.
Welcome back, everybody, here in Cuba. Prairie Land Conference Game of the Week. CD Country 107.9 Game of the Week. Got a score update. Elmwood Brimfield just took the lead 28-24. So a 4-point lead over Robo. We'll keep an eye on that one because that really changes the landscape of how the next couple of weeks shape up. If you have an 0-1 versus a 1-0 Elmwood Brimfield squad. 1st and 10 here for River Ridge with 2:07 to go. Our post-game show will be brief, brought to you by Graham Health System. Don't want to overdo it week 1, right?
Nope. That was a quick one. Got the ball and hit the wall, didn't he?
So, game-changing player performance always brought to you by Advanced Rehab. To me, it's just kind of like a broad, I mean, you had a dominant first 3 quarters where 3 individuals with Diaz, Engel, and Rhodes just control both offense and defense. They just ran the game.
They controlled everything.
North Fulton trying to find who they were, and they found it in the 4th quarter. So it's good to see that, you know, if you can throw, find those seams, and the line was starting to control a little bit more because you actually saw time in the backfield for the QB to throw the ball.
Now they're showing something on defense as well. 2 stops in a row. Loss of yardage.
So if you're putting together a schedule for next week, 6:45 will be our pregame show brought to you by Monocle's Pizza, and we will be in Toulon for Stark County and Lewistown, and it looks like that will be a game for 2 0-1 teams trying to find the win column in the Lincoln Trail in the Prairie Land Conference. So put that on your schedule for week 2. And this will be the end of week 1 where the 8-man season didn't get off to the best start for North Fulton, but they found 22 points along the way, down 60-22. Here comes 4th down for River Ridge.
Gain on the play of
About 17 seconds to go to put this one away. Post-game show brought to you by Graham Health System. So what are you doing moving forward here for this North Fulton squad? What are you working on this week?
Everything. They're just going to, you know, back to assignments. We got to talk about who's got coverage. We got to talk about, you know, dominating line of scrimmage,
And that's the end of the game.
handling the football. Just basics.
Just the whole book, right?
Yep, the whole basics. But as the year goes, they'll get better because they are young.
Yep.
I mean, only 2 seniors. It'll get better.
River Ridge victorious 60-22 in the first game for North Fulton in the 8-man league. We'll keep you updated throughout the season how the 8-man league pans out for North Fulton. For next week, we move back into the Prairie Land Conference. Lewistown and Stark County, we will be up in Toulon, so set your schedule for that about 6:45, 7 o'clock kickoff. We'll have all that for you next week. It looks like most of the games have started to go final. We had Rushville Industry had a lead, Elmwood Brimfield clinging to a lead, Farmington with a big lead. Lewistown looks like they lost this evening, Stark County losing to Farmington. Havana with a big win over South Fulton. So just trying to figure out who's doing what and how they're doing it. The Prairie Land looks like it might be a mixed bag this year. Well, to keep it short and sweet for our first broadcast of the season, and North Fulton loses 60-22 to River Ridge. For everybody at CD Country 107.9, Mark Bixler, Justin back in the studio, Dale and Dakota, and all of our listeners, sponsors, fans, players, it was great to be back on the air, and we look forward to lots of great broadcasts. So once again, every Friday night for the next 8 weeks, definitely put us on your calendar at 6:45 on this radio dial, on your radio, your streaming app on your phone, computer. There's no reason why you can't find us. We'll take a quick break from country music and bring you quality high school football throughout the regular season, and any Prairie Land teams moves to the postseason, we'll bring that to you as well. Well, for Dale and Dakota in Cuba, Illinois, once again, River Ridge 60, North Fulton 22. We'll talk to you next week in Toulon.
Get all the windows shut in there? Sure do. Thank you.